You know, when you become a parent, everybody kind of jokes like, I'm not gonna let my daughter date until they're 30. You know, I used to say things like that when Declan was a baby, that, you know, he was just gonna be mama's boy forever, and that he wasn't gonna grow up and get married. And knowing that it's a possibility that he might not, now looking back at it, it's very scary. It's scary that that might not be Declan's future.
An estimated 10% of every school district in our DFW area has a special needs diagnosis. When Gabe was about 18 months old, he started showing signs of regression, and he also started gradually losing his speech that he had developed already. And I remember the last words he said to me were, "I love you." And that was on a Friday morning, and I didn't hear him talk again for 2 years. When he started becoming more difficult to handle because of his behaviors and his needs, I then quit my full-time job working for a local healthcare facility, and within a matter of 2 months of seeing a specialist, we had spent all of our savings of $14,000. With only my husband's income, we still made $21 too much a month to receive any type of government assistance. It was sad, and it was frustrating and heartbreaking to be in that place, and I just didn't think it was fair. So something inside of me just decided, let's make something to help other families like ours. Let's make something to help lighten the burden for these families that are already struggling with autism.
My name is Logan Sands, and I was born on July 18, 1997. I remember I went to the center for the first time, and I made some new friends, and I like it.
We discovered Logan had special needs when he was 2.5 years old, and Emery when he was about 18 months. Valerie's the one who found the Center for ASD, and so she asked if I wanted to go, and I said, sure, I'll go. I didn't have any expectations, but what I found were a bunch of wonderful people that actually needed my help, that I could help, and actually understood what we were going through and could help me.
One day I was sitting there at Chick-fil-A and watching Declan play in the play area. I watched him try really hard to make friends with a group of kids that were there, and I watched them see him as different and weird and run and hide under the slide so that they didn't have to try to talk to him. It's really hard to watch your kid just be shut out because he's just a little bit different and he struggles. So Declan has so many friends at the center now. He has his best friend in his class that came to his birthday party.
The center was founded in 2009. We went from helping 2 families a month to helping 70 families a month. And now we run 60 hours a week. What's your favorite thing about the center?
Lunch!
Who are you gonna miss over the summer?
Miss Denise, Kenzie, Tucker, also known as my BFF, and everyone else I love. I'm gonna miss them during the summer.
So Logan feels like he has a group of friends, which he's always wanted. And that's nice. And Emery has been able to join a band, the Center Stage Performers. It's really helped Emery with his social game. So it's not a question of if I die, it's when I die. And I think every special needs family, parents, that's their biggest fear. What happens to my kids when I die? You know, finding the center and hopefully being able to work towards having an adult home for my kids, that means the world to me. It helps me sleep at night. That's one nightmare I can kind of set aside. I mean, no one's going to take care of my kids like I do, but the closest thing to it would be the people at the center.
Come on, cat boy.
Having a long-term home for Declan would be a huge burden lifted off of our hearts.
There are lots of campuses that are coming up that provide space for kids with autism and special needs to live. The difference between us and what they're doing is that we want it to be accessible to all families. Some of them currently have monthly living or tuition rates at upwards of $3,000 a month, and that's not doable by a majority of the community that's affected by special needs. So we have a very teamwork mentality. We have to make sure that we're doing it together to keep it as affordable and as accessible to all the families, so everybody who needs it can benefit from it.
If somebody wanted to donate money that would help provide a place for us to know that our son would continue to develop and grow, gosh, I would just say a huge thank you.
You know, we've been looking into permanent homes for the boys. When we pass away or when we can't take care of them, and it's a very expensive proposition. $5,000 a month per child. That's tough to plan for. That's tough to accomplish, and so there are some very wonderful people out there who are making this possible with their financial contributions, and I can't thank them enough.